Good evening, everyone. My name is Debbie Singleton, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I come to you live Monday evenings at 7 p.m. Arizona time, which is the Mountain Standard Time. And I come to you, YouTube is what I come to you live on now instead of Facebook. And I hope everyone had a great weekend. Here in Arizona, it's nice and warm. Today it's a little humid, not like it is everywhere else humid, but for Arizona it's humid. Had a great weekend, getting ready to go away for the weekend upcoming to Washington, D.C. to watch my daughter graduate her double master's. Super excited. And we're bringing my granddaughter, who is 10, and she is so excited to not only go and watch her mommy graduate, but go to DC and see the White House, the Lincoln Memorial, and a whole bunch of other things. So it is very nice for her to see her excited to go see all of those very important things, and exciting for us to talk to her about those important things. So super excited about that. So we leave on Friday, so I won't be live next Monday because we come back on Tuesday, but super excited about that. Anyways, but that getting prepared to go away is always a lot to get done, and then helping her get ready to go away because she's going to leave her two boys with the other set of grandparents because they're too young to go. But super excited to go and have a lot of things we're going to cram into a couple of days. But that's very, very exciting to go do all that. So, well, 4th of July is coming up, and I won't be live next week, so I thought I would do a 4th of July card. So I kind of scoured some ideas and some things and wanted to see. We don't really have any 4th of July actual stamp sets or anything like that, so I kind of scoured some ideas. But before I do that, I did want to remind everybody that as of June 30th, Stampin' Up's wonderful deal is ending. So you need to get on the bandwagon if you want to do that. So Stampin' Up has a 10% off stamp and die bundles. Already, if you purchase stamp and die bundles, you already get a 10% off, but they're having an additional 10% off, which is amazing. Also, I have not seen this before, but you get a 10% off of the Stamp and Cut emboss machine and the mini one. I don't think I've ever seen them have a sale on either of those machines. So all these little die cut things that we do, I don't usually show it because it takes up, I take forever to do it. But like I'm gonna show you some things that I die cut. That machine is a 10% off. Amazing. So please, if you're thinking about getting one or getting some stamp and die bundles, get with me. You can either shoot me an email, call me, or send me a message through YouTube, and then I can help you place an order, or go on my designitwithdeb.stampinup.net and go through there and place an order online. That would be great. All right, I think we've covered some there's our little flyer about it. So, I mean, this is a great deal. Just amazing deal. So anyway, so we've covered some little housekeeping deals. So the card, I've seen this done a little bit. I kind of did a little bit different, but tonight's card we're going to do even different because I could not get this pinwheel to work right, and I don't like how it is on the card. I couldn't get it to. I saw some people work it and they did it super easy, but I could not make it work super easy at all. So it is actually a die. So The dice that we're working with and the card set is called Round We Go. It's awesome. It does say time to celebrate, but you can use it for happy birthday, happiest birthday to you, hooray. This is your day, year, and month. And then see, it has some little stars, and then it has these little pinwheel things, and then these little dots. And then the die set, which actually is how we cut these. Oops, I cut this off. How we cut these out. So the die set, you cut them out. So to cut this out, you use this, and then you fold it back and forth, and then you cut two of them, and then you glue them together, and then you have to like push it down. I obviously was not graceful enough to be able to do that. How I got this on here is not pretty, and it doesn't look good. I couldn't do it. I tried it a couple times. I obviously am not talented enough, so I'm not going to do that because I didn't like it. So we can cut these little things out, which is really, you can cut them out with this, and then I cut out, you can cut these out, and then these are the two inside pieces, and then this one is this piece. So I did the second card a little bit different because I like it much better. I didn't like how it was. So we're going to do it that way. And I liked it much better. So we're going to do it that way. All right, so I have everything already all cut out, and we're also using a couple of, so to get the happy 4th on there, I used Choose Happy, and I took and I stamped the happy, it's on here somewhere, happy, and then I stamped the birthday, and then I cut the T and the H, and that's how I did that. And then we have a die set. Oh, I think I left it in my other room. That you use the 4, and it's called a la mode, alphabet a la mode, and then you can do that. So, all right, the paper pack, I used this, I believe, last week or the week before. It is amazing. Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. It's the 6x6. It carried over. They don't normally carry over from big catalog to big catalog, but I thought this was really nice because it has the stars on it, and I think I used it even a couple of weeks ago when I did graduation. So I liked the stars one in this, and so I used that and cut that as my DSP. All right, so I did cut a piece to go on the envelope. So this is your 2 1/4 by 6. So that'll go on the envelope, and I'm going to put that on the envelope. I'm going to glue that right now so it can dry, and then I can cut that later. I always like to cut that at the end so that it's got plenty of time to dry. So. And then the other side is, that's got, I used, I think, the other side the other day. I was using blues as well. All right, so that'll dry, and then I can cut that. I like it to be nice and dry before I cut that. Yep, that'll look nice. Okay. All right, so our card base is your typical 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then we're gonna just give that a good crease. I'm gonna crease that. I'll be back in camera here in just a second. So that's what that's going to be. So I'm going to set that up there. All right, and then we're going to have a piece That's going to go on the outside, and it's going to be up here. So this white piece is our piece that's 5.5 by 3.5. And then our DSP, that's 3 by 5.5. So that's going to fit on that white piece just like that. So we can layer all that because that's going to just sit on there like that. So we can layer this all up on here. And just glue all that. And you want to kind of get this in the middle of this white piece. So you have kind of going to be the same here, but you want to get in the middle of here and here as best you can. And then we're going to glue it onto our red piece. So I wanted to do obviously red, white, and blue. So now we're going to glue it same kind of concept as in the middle there. All right. So on the inside, since we're going to have a pretty heavy card on the outside, I didn't want to just put a plain white piece on the inside. So I wanted to layer the inside as well. So this is our typical 5.25 by 4, and then our white piece is our 3 3/4 by. Oh my goodness! I always get this inside. I don't do them very often. It's 3 3/4 by 5. So that will go on there. But then I wanted to do a little piece at the bottom. And so I didn't measure this. I just had this piece laying around. But then, of course, I cut it to match this right here. I think my other card was thinner. So again, I just had this piece laying around, and you could cut it to whatever size. You can cut it down too if you want. I just had it laying around from one of my other projects, and so I just kept it that size, but you can make it thinner if you want to. I just made it the same size as this white piece that you do want to do. Just a little. Something kind of nice on the inside, and then we'll glue. Now I did stamp on the inside. So before I do that, I think I'm going to stamp on the inside. So I did use, this is blueberry bushel. So I'm going to stamp with blueberry bushel. And I'm also going to, and this is out of the Round We Go, and it says time to celebrate. So it does say, I say happy 4th, and I put time to celebrate. So I am going to stamp that. And the stamp set also has these really cute little like stars. They're not really stars because we don't have anything with stars, but they're these little I'm going to stamp them in red around the time to celebrate. It looks like celebration stuff. It looks like celebration things. They're not really stars, but they're like confetti or something. I don't know. But they look like celebrating things. Something you would celebrate with. So, all right. And that's real red. I stamped that in real red. And this is real red. And then that's, of course, basic white. And then and this is blueberry bushel. So now I'm going to put this on my blueberry bushel. So go on the inside. Oh, I shouldn't have glued that on. I wanted to put a bow on there. All right, I'm gonna have to put a bow differently. I wanted to put a bow on the outside, but I wanted to wrap it instead. What happens when you change your mind and then don't realize you're changing your mind. All right, oops, up there. We'll eke all over. Okay, so we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna put that up here on the inside. And that layering looks so nice. And then it'll kind of not look so just blah with the white. Since we'll have the outside, I'll have some layering to it. That'll look really pretty. Okay, so now what we did, so we made these little things. I did not make that one. So I made them a little different. So I cut out you can do either way. So you can cut out, I cut this one. So I used this one. So I used this one, this white one. I cut that out. And then these two are opposites. So you have this one and then this one. So I did those and interlocked them. Sorry, I'm out of the camera, so sorry. So these two, and then you interlock them. And then that makes this piece right here. And you could do just that, but I thought it needed a little bit of something. And you could actually do them in a color. This is the white one. This is the, and that's the, and then this one's even bigger. So, and then that does the round scallops. This one does the pointed ones. So I thought, well, I already put these two together and I did that by a glue dot. So then you're not having to put a bunch of glue on these and then it works better and you can manipulate it. So I think I'm going to put a glue dot on here too and then glue this, which is so much easier. So I'm going to glue dot this to this and then glue. So get my glue dots out here on my table, of course, somewhere. And actually, I think I ended up putting a couple glue dots just because it's hard to keep just one glue dot in the middle. I think I ended up putting just a couple of them on there. Yep. All right, so now let's just kind of try and put this in the middle. And I'm going to do all of them before I end up gluing them all on there. and I'm going to put this one on. And I just gave, you almost can't see that, so you might want to do a color because this is so light, but this was a last minute change that I wanted to make, so I just kind of threw that together, but I think it still looks okay. Right, so this one I'm going to need to put right. Right, now I can glue these, and I'm going to put them in this pattern. I'm going to kind of put them in a pattern like this because I'm going to put, oh, and then we're going to put middles in there. So I cut out something else. So to get these out of here, you can cut out a bigger middle, but I don't think that looks good. That overpowers it. So we're going to use the little circle one, and I'm going to do opposite. So if that's blue, I'm going to do red. And if it's red, I'm going to do blue. Like that. And again, I'm going to use a glue dot. The glue dot will work much better. And then, where did my happy go? I had a happy. I had already done a happy. I can see that it's gone. It already. And so I'll have to do another one. So I just winged it. So I'll just have to make a new one. All right. So the happy is out of the choose happy. And I had a piece laying around. But now I don't have one that's the right size. Just a piece of white. I want it thinner than that. I really did have a, want it just to be about, this is just about the size that I want it to be in width. A little bit wider than that. All right. So that's probably, there we go, a whole bunch in here. I knew I saved those little pieces. There we go. I save a whole bunch of, when you cut your pieces off, you come up with these little strips. I used to throw them away and someone said, oh no, you need to save those because then you can use them when you know I did a happy, but all right. Oops, upside down. All right, so I pretty much just did, that's about the size that you want it. And so what I did was I cut this. I winged it how I wanted it cut. I just kind of wanted it rounded and just like that. So I just started on one side. I'm not in the camera, sorry. I just started on one side and I just kind of went around. Now you can make it any shape you want. I mean, you can do whatever you want to it. As I didn't want it very big because I don't have much room. And then I didn't want it stark white. Ooh. So I took a little sponge and the edges. And I just made it so that it's not completely white on around the edges. And actually this could have probably been a little bit smaller, but it'll work. Improvise. All right, I need to move my little one. There we go. Okay. Now, since we've already got a whole bunch going on, I would normally use dimensionals, but it's already pretty high, so I'm not going to use dimensionals. I'm going to just glue it on there, but I'm going to lay it here so we know where we're at with where we're going. I'm going to actually go like that. And then I did the 4th. I'm going to go happy. And then, like I said, I already did the T and the H. And I'll glue that. So that's just about where we're going to lay everything. Just so, whoops, this has got to go up. All right, so that's pretty much, see, and I was going to put a bow here, but I guess I don't really, I wanted to put, this ribbon is so pretty. It's iridescent ribbon. Put it, I was going to wrap it this way and I didn't. So I think I'll just put my jewels on. All right, so I'm going to glue these on. And then we will glue all the rest on now that I know where everything is going to be. And we will be done with our card. All right. I mean, if you did this in like an opposite color of that, I know that's white, but, or you did maybe, I could pull out like a gold or a silver. That would be really cool too. I just, the last minute decided I wanted to put a color there, do a white, put those on. I mean, we could do just plain, I haven't glued them down. Oh, yes, I did. So, it has to go. Make sure to the edge so you can, and let's put this one down. As if we have to put this underneath, we can. One. Okay, and then glue this one. go. And now we can glue our happy. Killing me not to pop it up. I like to use my All right, so now we're gonna use my tweezers again. Put just a little bit of glue on this. Maybe. It came out a little bit faster than I liked. All right, I use my tweezers and put this down. It's gonna fit perfect. And then my TH, whoops. And I did the same thing with my TH. I did the edges in the blue. I would have liked to pop that up. All right, so it needs some bling. It needs to have some bling. I would have liked to have had all right, so I'm going to use the basic rhinestone jewels, and I'm going to put one in each center. There we go. Oh, that looks so much better. And that gives it that little bit. Happy 4th and time to celebrate. And then, of course, and I don't use my good scissors when I cut this out because I don't want, in case the glue is at the edge, I don't want glue on my good scissors. There we go. There's our 4th of July card. And there we go. Time to celebrate. All right. And if you are good at getting this to go down, so you put it together and then you smush it down and then you attach it to this little thing. There are YouTubes on how to do it. I could not do it very gracefully and very good. And it's all coming apart and I couldn't get it to stay and I couldn't get it to glue right. And oh my goodness, it was a mess. It looks really cool. They're called pinwheels, but I could not get the pinwheel to work right. So I don't really like that card because I don't really like that. So I decided to do it a little bit different. And I think it still turned out really cute. And yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the card tonight. And if you need anything, because we still have the bundles sale going on, feel free to contact me and I will see you guys in a couple weeks actually, because I will be gone next Monday and then the following Monday as well. We're going to another trip. So I will see you in a couple weeks, but I will try to keep in touch. Maybe send a couple quick little videos on things that are happening. But feel free to contact me if I can be of help to you, and have a great evening. Thank you for watching. Have a great night. Bye-bye.